For my 3-minute video, I wanted to talk about the importance of being culturally aware of minority groups living here in the United States. And I wanted to share an experience, a real life experience that I had a couple months ago. I have a friend, we'll call him Peter. He's from Mexico, but living here in the United States. And I remember I was at a party when I received a text message from him saying, "Hey, Graham, I'm in the emergency room right now." And I received a text message. I was really worried, and I told him, "Okay, I'm going to head over to the hospital right now. I'll see you soon." So I drove to the hospital, and they showed me to his room. When I got to his room, um, Peter was getting dressed back into his normal clothes, and he told me, "Oh yeah, I'm feeling better, so they're letting me go." And so I was kind of a shock for me, rushing to the emergency room. And as we were walking out, I talked to Peter a little bit more, like, "Hey, what happened?" He said, "Yeah, I just wasn't feeling great, and so I went to the emergency room, and then I started to feel better. So here we are." And I remember thinking, I didn't actually confront him, but I was thinking, like, who goes to the emergency room when they're feeling just a little bit off or a little bit sick? And no one in our United States culture would go to the emergency room because of it's so expensive, and you only go if there's an emergency. Um, and so it wasn't that experience just really left me puzzled. Like, why would he go to the emergency room? It wasn't until about 2 weeks ago, I was in a class where the presenter was talking about Latino culture. And she was saying that in many Latin speaking or Spanish speaking countries, um, the way the healthcare system works in those countries is if someone is feeling sick, they go to what's called the emergency room or the emergency center. And so that's just if you're not feeling well or great, you just go to the emergency room. That's what you do, instead of what maybe we would do, call up a doctor. And so for me, that kind of connected the dots. Oh, so that's why Peter, when he was just feeling sick, instead of like maybe staying home and waiting it out or calling a doctor or setting up an appointment, he went to the emergency room, because that's what you do in many Latino countries and Latino cultures. So this just taught me the importance of educating and helping minorities or immigrants living here in the United States, help them to understand how to get the most out of our current healthcare system, how to get the best access that they can. And so that when, for example, if a Latino needed help, or if they needed to see a doctor and weren't feeling great, instead of going to the emergency room where they'd incur a lot of costs, they could just set up an appointment or find some other way to get better. So I just wanted to share that with you, and yeah.